Greetings, fellow brawlers and shooters, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, Inquest of the Dead. Episode 64, Undead Blitz and Doomsday Attack. Look at all that delicious vegetables. Oh great, you have blood rot and plague? You're a regular typhoid Mary, aren't you? Alright, I'll give herbal medicine. Do we choose any research? We are actively doing gun link. So yes, we did. Do we have our second lung? We do. Alright, so let's, Sloan. You're gonna go under the knife for left and right. I'm gonna risk not using glitter or industrial meds though. I know it's a rather large risk, but we have very few industrial meds, so I might want to hold on to them. How many shards are here? Probably a ton. 42. At some point, having a caravan run around to hoover up all the shards is like not unreasonable just to get them off of the wealth budget. I would also probably, it's safe to assume I'm like at near raid max, so maybe it won't even matter that much. There won't be a door in the Pox tree area? Yeah, that's true. I'll add it once it's walled up, because anywhere I want to put a door is going to be a... Much like I did this zone, is going to be a liability until the walls are done. Because then it just becomes a way into the base. Alright, let's make simple meals again. Do until we have 34 of them. Now that we have so many vegetables, might as well celebrate our wins. And we're getting a lot of chem fuel from toxic potatoes, so I'm going to allow that. I'll fuel it up halfway for now. And Sloan's surgery's worked, so he is now a lunged shooter. So he'll be able to wear a helmet once he's up. And I think Sakura's probably next, especially given the amount of last rites she gives. I think that makes sense. And yeah, these are all people hauling in chunks. Does word of immunity work on animals? It does. But animals, like, they're easier to get over their diseases because they don't have needs like humans do of like recreation and stuff. They just sleep and eat. And as long as they're being fed, they just sleep. And then they also have like multiple nutrition, like they have more nutrition capacity than like human-like pawns do. So they're remarkably easy to take care of is what I'm trying to say for diseases, as I'm sure you've noticed. So I'm not worried for sunrise at all. On top of that, blood rot doesn't actually negatively affect you all that harshly. Just a tiny bit of blood filtration and pumping, which is a little bit of immunity gain, but not that much. So it should be fine. Rise it. Nice. And there's the helmet. Floors are done in the crematorium. Sweet. We'll never get that wall in with all the granite usage. It'll never happen. So shuttle arrives in a day and a half, meaning the mega raid should be here any minute. That blood rot 10 was terrific due to the herbal meds, and the plague is fine. I suppose I could do words of immunity anyway, just because I have the psi focus for it. Oh, yeah, this might be it. So they're prepare a while. So let's stay behind our walls. I can also remove the get out zone. And then if they're a bunch of snow, oh god. Okay. Okay, they have tons of big guns. Got it. Lots of Doom, lots of triples. But it still might be, this might actually be the raid. I have noticed sometimes when it says it will be like, sniper, 52 snipers, it's just not snipers. It doesn't guarantee that they're snipers, so there is some variance there. Yeah, raid quote unquote roughly this size. So that means it might be snipers, it might not be snipers. Exactly. But if we stay behind the walls, they will they'll fight shamblers. There's not a lot of shamblers actually on the map, so they might not fight shamblers. Hey Kadath. Let's say hello. You're over your surgery stuff? Cool. I don't think the raid is... Oops, not Sloan. The raid is not that much threat to me. If I look at the quest, it should point to the... Oh, I don't want to look at the leather. I actually literally just explained why I don't do that. You should never, ever, ever look at the leather until the raid is over, in my opinion. Because then you can't mouse over it to see where all the enemies are. And that sucks. Unless you have a mod that does that. Alright. Darcy, you've got a triple launcher. Copy. And Hudson, you have a Doom. Oh, that's rude. That triple just like auto-targeted me. My shield belt blocked that one, but it won't block the next one. And then the raid targeting Kadath is on its move. So I'll try to lead them here. I don't know. It might not be a good leading shot. We'll see. Good is obviously not great at... Oh, there it goes. They're fleeing. So we got a Doom and another Doom out of that. And a triple. And you're a single phase, so I'm just going to keep stabbing you till you're dead. Oh, no, that was a pretty freaking impressive lead shot. That's another triple. They have a triple using against me, but unfortunately for you, I leaped away. RCV, you're up. Speed boost. And go. So there's a few people over here that are down but not dead. There's a Strigoi that's probably moving off the tile. There's Rinnick, a single phase that needs to be finished off. And then there's a few other corpses. I don't see single phase. I don't see any of them with like Doomsday launchers. There is a triple there though. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff as a consequence of this raid. Thank you for the equipment. And then the southern group is busy fighting the shamblers, so I might not have to worry about that. All right. Any serious injuries? Nope. Good. Actually, let's move the big booms away from the corpses so burning corpses don't cause equipment loss. And this group is already fleeing. So, you know what, RCV? I want that triple. If that's not biocoded, it isn't biocoded, so go for it. Armor being burnt? That's a good question. No, they all look, they don't look like they wore good armor. I didn't see a lot of Marine or Cataphract or anything like that. So, nope, we're fine on that front. I don't know about down here. I didn't check them, but I wasn't really part of this fight. And it looks like the southern group is, they're doomed. They're all, like, laying on the ground, burning. At the end of this, I might be at 0 corpses on this map tile, if I play my cards right, because it does look like we're kind of in a position to clear everyone out. Which is amazing. And then I'll, if that's the case, I can have everyone haul from everywhere until another site shows up. Oh, that's biocode. I don't care about that then. Glitched in a social fight. That's a problem. Yeah, that triple launcher. It's hard to lead though, so I'm actually really surprised I managed to hit anything. So I'll have RCV come down to the south. I guess here is best place to go. And the good is up here, just like finish them off. There aren't any weapons up here that I care about, so I'm just gonna be making sure their corpses don't come back. Cass did make it out. Okay, got it. How do you feel about, how does Chimmick feel about the one sent in the quest? Often, in a lot of my series, I'll have Patreon patrons be named, like, have faction leaders be named after Patreon patrons, as I'm sure you've noticed. What is that? Incinerator? Ooh, cool. I want that too. Alright, we have 2 hours left on agility and focus. Got it. There's not a lot of shamblers down here. I think as long as I don't fight all of them at once, RCV should be able to handle it. Bagalini? Sounds like some made-up pasta. Kind of love the name in a I hate it kind of, I don't know. Madsy, congrats. Who's getting back up? Now, RCV won't have a recast soon. I'm almost out of side focus. So the remaining focus is going to be to, like, power leap away if things get rough. But I'll have our good come down here. I think there's just truly an opportunity to clear the map tile, and that's just, like, too spicy to not take advantage of. 1 second of agility. 3 seconds of focus. All right, RSV, you are back to close to home zone, and good will finish it up. With a go frenzy? Oh my good lord. How fast are you? Hold on. I know you're injured, but with the speed boost, you're moving at 18, 19. Holy. That is ridiculous. And that's not even with adrenaline rush. Hang on. You're now moving at 28. All right. Well, pick up all the shards now. I mean, I can just, like, once all the corpses on the map tile are gone, that'd be the time. Which is in a second. Okay, orders. Allow everything. I know I'm not completely done with everything, but basically there isn't enough threat left on the map that I care about zoning. Because there's like a shambler or two. There's 2 shamblers left on the map or something, so it's like, yeah, okay. Everyone can go everywhere and pick up everything. It's fine. So thank you, raiders. And that raid was care of, let's see. Was that the one? It was. It was the poor little Sunrise. So, yep. Sunrise's raid is done, which means Good and Nabe can be sent out to go mine without the fear of not having them at home for a mega raid. Speaking of Nabe, hey Nabe, I got you covered. You good. So with all of my melee bonuses, this is a 38. It's basically the same as RCVs. They roughly do the same damage. So once we're boosted like crazy, we have the same DPS output, more or less. And yes, we can mine the steel here too. Yes, yes. Once it's really safe, it's not fully safe yet, because they keep getting back up. But it's an opportunity that we haven't had in, like, forever and a day of having a nice and clear map tile. So there's Vigil and Vamil. Oh, and they're in my freaking base. What the hell? Probably we put their bodies here. And they walked in. So this is, I'm just going to loot the zone until that's done. That's the second time this happened, and it's not going to happen a third. in investigation 1, when the wall upgrades are done and the quest is done. The whole I made mention of this, but the whole reason why I'm doing like a massive upgrade to our home tiles, bases, double wall layering and everything is so that people can be dispatched for a longer time and the base at home not fall to ruin. A party. A party probably for the no corpse. 0 shamblers. And then as far as corpses, all these corpses are in corpse zones. So what I can do is create a cremate corpse. I don't really mind. I know corpses themselves are a fuel source, right? But it might make sense. Actually, let me link this. It might make sense to clear them out anyway, for safety's sake. And then I can create another crematorium, stick it like here to cover that zone. Or maybe here? Because that's not a lot of, oh, gross. That's not a lot of missing, well, it's not roofed. So maybe, something like that. Turn that into a crematorium zone. Eventually. Or actually, let's write it like this. New gear, toxalope, and double walls. Once that is all done, we can definitely do the Inquisition. I just don't want to jump the gun and do it now when there is a massive opportunity to haul and clean up all the corpses in the map tile. And get all the weapons, because there was like incinerators and triple launchers and all that jazz. And I don't want to go right now where there's a lot of wealth consolidation to be made at home. Now we'll probably end up getting a shambler assault pretty soon. We're kind of overdue for one, where it's like an active, angry group of 150 shamblers or something. Oh, you just died as a timeout. That's hilarious. And I know that's overdue, and that is coming soon. So, so another reason not to go. What's the haul priority? Default. But I could high priority haul just to make sure that this stuff gets pulled in. So searching on Doom. There's 3 Doomsday launchers. And 2 of them are not where they should be. 2 of them are here. Copy. So Rascal, go haul that one. And why do we mine that out? Well, let's make this marble. I don't recall asking them to mine there, but okay. And then Nabla, you grab the other one. And then for triples, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of zone. And arguably they'd be the most important because I can shut down an entire siege or prepare a wild raid with them. Or Shambler Horde or whatever. Oh, peaceful music. It's so weird to hear peaceful music. So weird. My brain's like, wait, what? Soundtrack, what? Yep. So all Big Boom is where Big Boom should be. We do have some incinerators here. So if you're wondering about these are just like flamethrowers with a big flame ability. I'm going to give Wizard one because he is not a typical dispatched combatant, which makes him a good candidate for it. I don't have any meat, so I'm just going to use this other shelf for meat. Let's put the styling station... here. I don't know. It's a terrible spot, but I want more zones for stuff. And roll out some more shelves. Gunlink is done. Cool. Let's get some pulse charge munitions. He's still doing tailoring? He is, but I ran out of double strand for now. Hidden complex. I don't care. Shuttle arrived for sunrise. Launch, send, and now research is going to go immediately to Cataphract. My goodness, so many shards. And we're still hauling chunks. I think probably most of the shards are already hauled in. And then we're also going to be able to amass a lot of bioferrite and steel and slag and just freaking everything. Okay, so here's the assault I was worried about. Warning lights on, everybody behind the walls. So this will be the true measure of our upgraded burn box. So we have 658 from the south, 29 from the north, and 47 from the northwest. Okay, mustering. Board Drake, you are going to be let off the hook. I think you were on a food binge and you like skipped sleeping. Actually, you know what? You're not off. You were gourmand binging. So go take wake up and keep fighting. And you are not going to be given food. So we'll have the marksman's trigger marksman command and muster. And then I'm gonna set some fires in a second. Oh god, don't do that. Absolutely don't do that. Fire 1. RCV. Actually, Kadath, you're faster. This group... Wait, what the hell? Oh, they're coming in... Wait, no, how are they... How did they get in? I don't see the hole. Oh, the marble wall that never got built. Oh, freaking builders. Alright, that's fine. We'll just reverse the door here. Not loving that, though. But we have Bryzit and Addy who are ready to help, and they will be... Addy will be dispatched down here to keep them off of these shooters. I don't even... I guess we mined it, but like I totally don't remember issuing that mining order, which is one of the really frustrating things. Are you blade focused? Yes. Jimmick's nose is shattered. None of the shamblers seem to be moving up to me, so I'm gonna have good start to clear this out. And if the maybe I'll have Addy take the bottleneck. So Bryzit, you kill that one, then kill this one. And then Nabla, you go build that wall. Okay. Now there is a failing... Who builds here? There's a failing wall here. Good is the best constructor. It's weird to have her be constructing. There is a huge swarm here on this double wall, which some parts of that will break. But this group here is mostly dead, so I'm going to have RCV pivot to this spot to work on those that were attacking this door. Well, that's interesting. Some timing. Feels personal. We have sappers coming in. I'll take a look at what equipment they have in a minute once they're landed. Bryzit, are you done? Where did Bryzit go? Bryzit. You stop them from coming in. So to everyone that said, hey, you should go do the Inquisition stuff right now, Exhibit A is my only response. Imagine if I had a partial team at home. And picture what that would look like. I mean, some of that is like, yes, this wall should have been built, but even still. Oops, I can't stand there. All right, the second walls are going to fail soon. Oh, hello. Okay, so the sappers are here. I should definitely check what these guys have. They do have 5 Doomsday launchers. Okay. Well, my walls are about to get mega blasted. So we have holes here. Wizard, close this door. Sail so. Chill there. Figuratively and literally. Okay, we have Clark and Lars, who are still in the middle of aiming, but they aren't going to be blasting my walls so much. So Lars is the only one with one now. Get him. Got him. Okay, so this got blown up badly, but they were mostly aiming at shamblers. And then this blast got mitigated because I just had walls, but now they're coming in from a shortcut that was opened up, which is really no fault of my own. Bryzit is an absolute worthless brawler at the moment. Like, Nobble is doing a better job at punching things than Bryzit. Alright, of all of the raiders, I don't see any more scary weapons. I see some frag grenades, but that's about it. This group's fleeing. So now it's just about search and destroy. Basically clean up corpses. So there's a hole here, but no, I didn't make that one. Bryzit is still just like super struggling with his 2 shamblers he was told to kill. He's like gonna die as a result, which I honestly, I know this sounds rude, but I find hilarious. Now, the problem is Kadath and Rascal has been holding off. So let's do a word healing on Kadath. And then Sloan, I want you fire focusing on Poopy, who's been dropping there we go. Yeah, dropping Molotovs on us. So Kadath, you back up. RCV, you take forward. Rascal, you back up. RCV, move. Why aren't you moving? What is your freaking problem, guy? Why are you not ambulating like a sane human when given please move orders? Good lord. So Sloan, you are in pretty good condition. You quick patch Rascal and Kadath. This whole group is going to be dismissed. I don't see that they're doing anything. These guys, absolutely, Bryzit, you are the worst. Like, honestly, it's amazing to me that you know how to breathe. You were told to kill like 2 shamblers and you failed. It's insane. Truly. Where is Good? Good is... got it. Alright, you extinguish, and Good go chase these guys down. So there are some stragglers, but the vast majority of the bulk of this raid has been cleared out. I just need to tie up loose ends at this point. That's how I'd phrase it. Because there's a few stragglers, and they could do a lot of damage if not attended to. Because, right, like Nabla and Bryzit are in a bad way. But Sakura is here to help. So Madzi, go Ross draft. Why did she stop? I didn't actually tell her to stop. That was weird. Alright, Glitch and Scorp. Do whatever. Good is hunting the last few on the field. Sakura, I want you to stabilize Nabla. Where did Bryzik go? Oh, you got up. I guess so. Wizard, you can return back to where you were. There is actually, Wizard, hold up. So right now, there's no point in me having zone restrictions because the whole map is, I mean, my walls are gone, so like zone restrictions aren't gonna keep me safe like at all. So I might as well just unzone. So Sakura, word healing, and then start tending. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Inquest of the Dead, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Inquisitors.